that I made for myself, and then we're going to get started on Jen's walking staff. Might be a little longer episode today, okay, guys? So come on in when y'all get the chance. But first, we're going to sit here, we're going to drink ourselves a cup of coffee. Fix this. That way we can get all messages. All right, we're a minute in, guys. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for the like. We're sitting here. We're going to finish up a cup of coffee. We're going to go outside. We're going to build a walking staff, guys. Make sure I set my chat filter to right. All right. Yeah, I set it to the right one. Hello, everyone. This is Afternoon Hangout with Gator. We're going to be going out here in just a little bit to build a walking staff, but I wanted a cup of coffee first because I feel like a nap. I've been up since 6:30 and trained. So instead of taking a nap, we made a cup of coffee. So welcome on in, everybody. What do you want, my shuck? Huh? What do you want, my shuck? We got guests. Why are you coming over here and bugging me when we got guests? See what you did? You chased them away. You booger. You bugger. You chased them off. All right, so we're about to go get set up outside. Hello, my Jen. Hey, baby. We're about to go get set up outside. So we're going to unplug this real quick. And we're going to go on ahead and go start the day with making Jen staff. You know, so that's going to be our project for today. I hope you all come and join. Hey, my baby. Give me just a second, guys. I'm going to break this down real quick. So I can carry it with me easier. And we're going outside. What's up, Marquis? Happy birthday to you, man. I didn't know you were it was your birthday. So happy birthday to Marquis Turner. Bakata, how you doing, Bakata? What do you mean by bro? All right, let's head outside with our cup of coffee. And we're going to get ready to work on Jen's walking staff, everybody. What is up, Serenity? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome into the show. Happy birthday, T. I love you too, my Jen. Everybody, in case you didn't know, Jen's my girlfriend. So we're going to set up right here, guys. We are going to get set up right here. All right, guys. So as y'all can see, this is going to become Jen's walking staff. I'm going to cut it off right about here. Well, we're going to cut it off further down there. We're going to cut it off up here. So that way we can actually make her staff. So we're going to shave this down real quick so we can see the best spots to be able to take and start cutting on this. We're going to pin this message real quick. So guys, if y'all are interested in seeing what it takes to build a walking staff, stick around, guys, because that's what we're going to be doing. All right. Now I just got to go gather up a few things and I'll be right back. All right, everybody. Had to get us an extension cord and all those lovely things. So sorry it took a little while, but I had to find my tiger discs. They were not in the spot that I left them at. Which is not surprising. Things get good. All right. Let's start by grinding down the sections on this staff, guys, to make it a lot better. All right? We're going to polish her all up so that way we can see any cracks or any nicks or anything like that that need to be taken care of, guys. First, we're going to put our tiger disc on our angle grinder here. Simply take this disc off, throw on another one. Now these tiger discs, guys, they don't only work really well on wood. They can work really well on metal too. If you've got a piece of hardened steel that you want to polish up, good tiger disc is something to use, guys. It's simply just a sanding wheel, basically. All right. Not plugged in. So let's get this going, guys. Unplug her in. How's everybody doing? Hello, Serenity. How you doing? We are making a walking staff. All right. This is a piece of sycamore. What we got right here. All right, guys. So the goal here is to figure out where the top of the staff is going to be. So this is where we're going to put the top of our staff. And our goal here is to make this part here a handle. All right. So we're going to smooth everything out up top, and we're going to shave it down a little bit, and then we're going to smooth it all out the rest of the way down, guys. The only thing I might be leaving is that one little knot right there, and just smoothing out this point, so that way you got a spot to rest your fingers. You know, it gives you a nice, good hand grip. And nothing's better than when nature provides you your own hand. All right, let's get back to this. All right, guys. So I got to be very careful here around this little notch, you know, so that I make sure I don't get rid of too much of it so that we can still keep it and make it comfortable for the finger to hold on to. Okay, guys? So that's going to be a little challenging. So give me just a moment. All right, guys. So we were able to keep it on there and round it off in the process. So it still works as a good handhold. What's up, Chance? How you doing? Sorry about me not really talking that much, guys. You know, it's kind of, you got to kind of focus on this. Kind of like peeling a potato. Ooh. Time to give the tool a little bit of a break. Time to give my hand a little bit of a break. So we're going to sit down. We're going to have a quick little chit chat, and then we'll get back to doing the staff, guys. Oh, yeah. Always fun to get some good work in, guys. All right. Holding down the fort. I see that, my Jin. Sorry, I've been not really talking too much, guys. This requires a lot of patience and a lot of focus to be able to do this just right. And I don't want to mess it up. But so far, so good. Doing great. Not any splits. A lot of knots, but not any splits where I was worried. You know, so it's going to be a good walking staff. Well, in my Jin's case, you know, quarter staff. All right. No, we ain't got too terribly much left to go on here. And then it's going to be cutting time. Once we saw it off, we'll saw it off down here and up there. And we'll be ready to start burning after this. You know, we'll start sanding, get it nice and smooth and pretty. And then we'll start burning afterwards. So we're almost there. This is actually majority of the work right here is this and sanding. So anytime you're making a walking staff of any kind, that's majority of your work is going to be peeling it, shaping it, sanding it, you know, and then the rest of it's pretty simple, you know, especially if you're going to burn any kind of markings into it or any kind of symbols or anything like that, you know, guys, then you can take and, you know, easily make a really nice walking staff, guys. You just got to take your time, be patient, and remember that the hardest part is the very beginning. And then after that, it's all smooth sailing from there. All right. So, who all's here? I see my Jin's here and Chance is here, unless he fell asleep. But how's everybody doing? This is going to be a longer episode today, you know, because we're going to be making this staff here. And you're going to have some fun doing it. All right, everybody? All right. All right. Well, guys, it's time to get back to work. I'm going to raise this all the way back up. Walk my fingers down the staff. Lock her in place. All right. Nobody else has got anything to say? We're going to get back into working, guys. Now we flip the staff upside down so we can round this off. I don't want this big chunk here, so I'm going to take it off. You know, guys, I really should be wearing safety goggles for this. I keep getting sawdust in my eyes. But we're almost there. We're getting that big old knot gone. Just a little bit longer, guys. All right, I think that'll work. That'll work to get rid of that. All right. Let's continue on. All right. There we go. There we go, guys. It's all stripped down. Now it's just time to cut it. Because as you guys can see, we've got it all shaped and shaved up. We've got it all shaped and shaved up right here. We're going to cut it off down here. And we're going to cut it off right up here. All right, guys? So let me go get the saw, and I'll be right back. All right, everybody. My dad's got an old metal blade on here, so I got to switch out my blades real quick. So I'm going to turn you all around and lower you down. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Yeah, I should have safety glasses. I just don't own a pair yet. But I've done this a lot without them. So it's all good. When you ain't got what you ain't got, you deal with what you do. Hey, Coral, how you doing? Wow. That's spent. I don't even know why that was still on there. Uh-oh. Hang on a second, guys. I got to go ask my dad where he put the blades at. Oh, you nearly broke your leg? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Coral. That's not good. Yesterday. Dang. That's not good. I'm glad to see that you didn't break it. I'll be right back, everybody. All right, everybody. So we're out of blades for that saw, but I got an old one. My dad's old hand saw should do the trick. Whew, boy. Sure wish I had the reciprocating saw right about now. There, guys. My arm's still wore out from training this morning. I'm about to do this right here. All right. Now let's do an old school technique. Since I don't feel like sawing all the way through this thing. All right, that broke that loose. So now we can cut through just those. Whoop. Of course, my chair's gonna mess up on me. Thank God that was caught on national television, right? Epic fails of the year, right? Y'all missed it. Chair came right out from underneath me. All right. There we go, guys. Got it off there. Now we cut it off here. There we go. That's better. Almost done. A lot of work on these stabs, guys. See what you do? What's up, Bubba? Making a walking cane. Problem is I ran out of saw blades, so I have to cut by hand. And my saw is rusty and old, so it's dull. So this is being a royal pain in the butt, to be honest. But we're getting it taken care of. Got to give my arms a break. After training today, I'm kind of tired. But you do what you say you're going to do. And no man's life changes if he stays in bed. So let's get up, let's make some things, and let's make some money off of them, guys. Now, these first two stabs, I'm not making money off of. These first two stabs are being gifts to a friend so that I can advertise how well I can do these things, guys. But other than that, every walking staff, every walking cane, it's all going to be unique. Everything is going to be 100% special, because you're going to be the only one that has it. Nobody else has anything like it. Might have the same words, but nobody has anything like it. No two trees are the same. They all grow in different angles, different directions, different wood knots, grains, spots where there was branches. All kinds of things can be different on each and every tree. That's what makes each and every one of my walking staffs unique. Because you're getting something specific. You're not getting anything generic. Guys, you're not getting something that 50 people have. You're getting something that you and you alone have. And to me, that's cooler than having anything anybody else has. You've got something unique that's all yours. That's something cool and special. All right. There it is. There is the walking cane, guys. Now, let's round off the tops. Round off the bottom. And let's go set her inside for the final drying process.
All right, top's rounded off. Now let's round down the bottom down here, all right? All we're gonna do is just smooth this out straight, and then we're gonna put just a little bit of a beveled edge. All right, there we go, guys. Her walking staff template is done. There we go. So you guys can see, you know, for someone who's 5'3", comes down to about right here. It's a good size. She can grab it up here. She can grab it down here. You know, it's a good size little staff for her. So yeah, guys, whoa, there's that part of the job done. Now, let's pick up all the tools. What's up, Angel 420? How you doing? Sorry if I missed you. But I was busy. There's that one. get this all wrapped up. It's important to always pick up your tools, guys. You know, always make sure all your stuff stays together. Try to keep it as nice and neat and presentable as possible. And that way you always stay organized. And you know where everything is. And you don't lose crap. All right, guys. Let me go put all these tools away, and I'll be back to sit out here with you guys and chill. All right, guys, I just got the grinder to put up, and it's time to hang out with you. All right, so I'll see y'all here in just a second. There, I'm on live. Don't go too far. On live. Stop you before they can see you. All right, guys. Give me just a second while I turn the camera. Dad wants to come down. All right. All right, never mind. Oh. What is up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Sorry I wasn't so chatty for the first hour, but took that long to get this ready. Now it's ready to be sanded down as smooth as possible, and it's ready to be burned. So this is going to go to my Jin. You know, this is going to be her staff. You know, and a little bit of good hard work right after training always gets the heart rate up. You know, it's never a bad idea to keep yourself busy all day, especially if you've got something like depression, anxiety, PTSD, schizophrenia like myself. You know, if you can keep yourself busy and you can find something to keep yourself doing all day long, it's not as hard on you. It's not as harsh, but it's definitely a workout, you know, especially when you got to use hand tools. I was just lucky I could use a power tool to get majority of the knots and everything smoothed out. So the rest of this is all done by hand sanding, and it's going to look really, really good, guys. I can't wait to finish it out. So, baby, I hope you like it whenever I'm done. But, yeah, hopefully it's going to turn out marvelous. But I got to get me some sandpaper, some various style grits, get a hold of this thing, smooth it out real good on top and bottom. What's up, Connie? How you doing? We just finished making starting Jin a walking stick. You know, started making her a nice, gnarly walking stick here. You know, Took us about an hour to get to this point, but it was a big old tree at first. Guys, y'all should see all the sawdust. There is so much of it. But we got a lot of work done in a short amount of time. You know, so that's always great. Oh yeah, we ain't done with it yet. But it's made out of some kind of flowering tree. I didn't exactly know the name of it. I got to look it up. But it's named out of, it's some kind of flowering tree. And we're going to be taking and making this specifically for her, and we're going to be mailing it to her. So she's going to have her own good hardwood walking staff. Oh, there's Louise. What's up, girl? Thank you, Connie. It's all natural. I actually didn't add any extra shape to it. I just peeled off the bark and smoothed it out. All these little dark spots were pieces where branches were sticking out, so there were lumps and knots. I just smoothed it out real good, as best I can with a grinder anyway. And then I'm gonna come in and hand sand it later and make it even smoother, and really bring out this curvature and these twists and turns right here in the middle of it. Because that's why I selected it. I think it's so cool. I really, really like the shape. I really like the bends. You know, especially how it's got that natural hand grip right there. That is just perfect to hold on and just, good grip, good firm, solid spot to hold on to it, man. You ain't slipping and sliding off of that. And that's why I left that little knot right there. That's the only knot I left on there. You know, and thank you so much for liking it. You know, been working hard on it. I know today we... Sorry, sawdust. I know today we didn't have a long time to talk and everything like that. I'm sorry, guys, because we're already at the last 30 seconds. Yes, homemade gifts are the best. I might stay on a little extra time just to chit chat with you guys. Oh yeah, I always prefer making handmade gifts over buying something, guys. If I feel close enough to you to provide you with a gift, you know, I want it to be from the heart, and nothing is more from the heart. Nothing says from the heart like something you took your own time and your own two hands to make, you know. And that's not so much a little thing. You know, hand making an item, especially some of the items I make, they take days. They take hours. They take dedication to learn, you know. So it's not a little thing. If I'm going to make you something, I really like you. Oh, man. That's why Sean's getting a walking staff as well. Yes, I hope it does. I am torn. It has been a hard day's training. It's already 93 degrees out here. It's a scorcher today here in Southeast Texas. Oh yeah, it is the little things that matter. My screen is all covered in sawdust, guys. I do apologize. Oh man. Whew. Oh, I had a phone call. Let's see who called me real quick. Oh, my mom. I'll call her back. You know, but anyway, guys, it is the little things that matter. It really is. She's totally right there. But anyway, guys, I got a phone call to make. We've hit our hour mark. I thank you all so much for being here for me to watch me make this staff. I hope we got, we got a lot of viewers today on that one. Hope we got a few subscribers. If you watch the video all the way through, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon, because tomorrow we're going to be working on hopefully hand sanding it. If not, it'll be the next day. But see you later, man. You know, later, Connie, later, Louise, and I'll see you all here next time tomorrow here in our backyard, front yard, wherever I decide to be. All right, guys. But other than that, see you from a swamp, later from a gator. Love your mama, love your papa, love yourself. Be kind, and always find a way to help, guys. All right? See you next time here in the swamps.